All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol WKHS, Workhorse Group Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, as we start and see here, right, where the bearish run began, which was October 13th, earlier this week, and there was a bullish run before it. And you kind of see, which I kind of just noticed this today as I was looking more into the chart, you can kind of see that there was a kind of a stop a little bit before the lowest point here, which was way down here at around 22.39, and down here was around 22.16. And one thing I'm noticing is that it went up and it went down almost the same amount. So there was a lot of profit taking going on here, and what created the catalyst for this to continue in this direction as it went down to newer lows was the uncertainty of anyone that got in above this area, which was anywhere in this area, right? And quickly after, there was some profit taking, which I would have said profit taking was probably up to here. But then again, how quickly this fell, that's a lot more profit taking going on. And then uncertainty, fear kicked in to investors, but it held itself up above that point. But now it hit that low yesterday, and people probably realized, investors realized that this was on its way close to newer lows if it broke through these numbers, and actually it was going to go lower than the last bearish run and before it ran back up. But something in the more zoomed in nearness here, right, looking at it real closely, is that this ran up and it went down almost the same amount. So the same running up is the same running down, which is a sign of profit taking and then instilling fear into investors, uncertainty, and then it continued. Now we have a slight bullish run. So we're going to look at this closely and see what's important for Monday, and if this is actually going to be able to hit newer highs, and is this momentum going to continue. So we're going to look at this real closely. But something I realized here, which stands out big time in the chart, is that all of this was profit taking, and also uncertainty and fear kicked in, and it brought it to newer lows. Like anywhere like around this point to this point right here was all fear and uncertainty on investors. Bulls were trying to come back up, and then it just continued to work its way down. But you can clearly see here that this was all profit taking, and then fear and uncertainty probably kicked in. And also, you know, waiting for that contract and to be really finally, you know, said and done. Is it going to go through? Is it not going to go through? And then it hit that high of almost $31. And the first thing that comes to mind is that it got rejected a couple cents before that point, and that's one of the biggest numbers right now for the bulls to break through. If it doesn't break through that resistance and it continues to reject there, it won't hit newer highs and newer resistance levels. And we can clearly see that before this run, anyone in this before that actually ended up making a decision probably in here or even up here. But like I said, it was really interesting to me that it kind of fell and leveled off closely to around the same position where it was before the run, and then kind of leveled off there. It was trying to pick back up, and it went in a sideways direction for a little bit, and then it got more bearish. But the bulls appeared today. So let's look at what our new resistance levels and supports are. Excuse me for all the writing and the circles, and hopefully I'm not confusing anyone, but I really wanted to point that out because that was really interesting. So let's go ahead and see what's important for Monday. So let's zoom in here. So resistance was broken through, which is awesome for the bulls. They were able to break through the 50-day moving average, and there was a tug of war here, but the bulls actually managed to stay in control right now at $23, and they're going to want to continue to break up as high as possible so they can get further away from the 50-day moving average. Now, Up here is one of our most important numbers, and that is the second highest number. That's 2378, and then obviously the highest number is up here at 2383. But 2378 is important because it is the highest point after this bullish run and before it got bearish. So that is the one point that the bulls want to break through to hit newer highs and break away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction to newer resistance levels. But let's look at what's our new resistance levels to look at this narrowly and see what's important for Monday. And then let's look at our support and the lowest point before that bullish run and leveling off, and how important these points are right now. So most important number right now is the 50-day moving average at 2268. The bulls want to stay above 2268. If they break through that, the bears are gaining control, and their next goal is breaking through the support. So super important for the bulls to stay above 2268 so that they can stay in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. But for the bulls to maintain that and continue this run and stay above, obviously, the 50-day moving average and go in that direction, which this could be a sign that if they actually break through this resistance level, they could actually start a staircase effect. Obviously, they've done the first one, and now they got to try to do the next one and break away in that direction. That's important and something to keep in mind and pay close attention to as this move continues. But they need to break through this resistance level, turn it into a support so they can break away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. That's 2341. Turn that into a support and start to work their way up to newer highs and newer resistance levels. Super important for the bulls. They need to break through 2341. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bears want. They want to tear this down. They want to bring this below the 50-day moving average and break through the support. If they break through the support of 2243, the bears have accomplished two things. They broke through the 50-day moving average, and they broke through the support level, meaning that they're already in bearish territory by breaking through the 50-day moving average, and they're breaking through the first support level in bearish territory to start to work its way down to newer lows and newer support levels. So I want to emphasize to all investors, pay close attention to how this is reacting as it gets closer to 2268. And if you're willing to wait, I want to emphasize, pay very close attention to the behavior of the stock. If it breaks through 2243, how quickly is it hitting newer lows? Is it hanging out sideways, giving a chance for the bulls to reappear and go back up, and so forth? Put your 1 minute, your 5 minute, your 15-minute charts. Look at the inflow and the outflow, because this just got out of bearish territory. For it to break through 2243, that means that it got back into bearish territory and it broke through the support to confirm that the bears could be on their way to gaining more control over this chart. So 2243 is an important number to pay close attention to. As always, I hope you guys find this video helpful and informative. With these cues, you guys will be well equipped for Monday's trading day. And if you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.